All right. Welcome to the final third Galaxy Podcast Episode 1, where we high press on the news, tactics, and the club we love, the Los Angeles Galaxy. My name's Eric.
I'm Chris.
And
hi, everybody.
There he is. He wasn't on the screen yet.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't here.
And we're just going to jump right into it. I don't like podcasts that take forever to get started. So let's go. We're going to review the last two games. Let's look at our agenda here. We're going to review the last two games first. So we're going to take a look at the Kansas City game first. And let's see what we got. So we won. We won a game.
We did win a game.
4-1. What do we got? We got Paintsel with a hat trick in the 4th minute, 25th minute, and the 43rd minute. Jovic scores, of course.
Yeah.
That was going to happen in the 28th minute. And then Fagundes scores in the 60th minute. We got a red card in the 83rd minute that we could talk about a little bit if we need to. But
I don't think I've seen football hits that hard this year.
The red card was, I don't know how, it was a definite red card.
Yeah.
Not much to talk about in a 4-1 game. Well, you would hope it's not much to talk about a 4-1 game because your team's doing well. We're not doing well.
Not doing well.
And we score 4 goals and we smash Kansas City, who's also not doing well, to be fair.
No.
But what are any takeaways you have from this game?
Okay, so number one, a 4-1 win, but we have to take it with a grain of salt because it is the team right above. Well, granted, every team's right above us, but they aren't very good either.
I think they are now, after that win, like 4 points ahead of us.
Yes.
In our worst season of all time.
Of all time. Galaxy trying to make the entire record book, LA Galaxy. Best season, worst
We're going to have every single record there is.
It doesn't matter which one it is. It doesn't matter if it's good, bad, ugly, otherwise. But I actually I had 4 takeaways. Okay, so number one, again, Kansas City. Take it with a grain of salt. Why isn't Paintsel the full-time number 9? I know Nascimiento's hurt, but
I will say it seems every time we start Paintsel at the 9 spot, he does, at the very least, better than every other number 9 we have.
Yes.
Every time.
Yes.
Sometimes he looks really good, but even when he's not amazing, he's better than whoever else they're going to put there.
Yeah, and you as a center back, well, looking at it, you have to respect him just because he is so fast.
The other team just has to straight up respect the speed as soon as the whistle's blown.
So you either have to do one of two things. You either have to say, we're going to play super high line and maybe we catch them offside a lot, or we have to play off a lot and let the entire team possess the ball in front of them.
And who do we have when it's not him? I mean, we have Nascimento, who's been hurt.
Well, Miguel Berry subbed on for him.
Miguel Berry has not started a game this year, I don't think.
No.
But he's not going to stretch anybody or any defense width or vertical on that field.
No.
And then who else has played there? I guess they've played Royce as like a false 9 in a couple of games.
Yeah.
Okay, but I 100% agree with you. Paintsel that forward.
I think
has to be the thing going forward. Well, going forward.
Yes.
If we're going to compete at all, unless it's Nascimento, but he's got some injury issues.
Yeah, that's it. And we showed that even if Paintsel isn't on the outside, you can find players to play there. Harbor Miller had a great game.
That's a takeaway from me too. I think Harbor Miller had a great game.
Yes, he did. It goes to show. It actually goes in my second one. Cuevas is the best player on the team, not named Ricky Puig.
Best player on the team.
Yes.
I rate Cuevas very high.
Now, the only reason I say that, we're going to get into it in a second. Cuevas started and was just an absolute flyer, up and down.
Let's see. Cuevas on the sheet. What? 1 assist.
I have
2 assists.
I have 2 assists for him.
2 assists in this game for Cuevas.
But I say Cuevas is the best player on the team because you go to, we're fast forwarding just a little bit. The Toluca game, did not start that game, and you don't win that game. So
and he also had a goal contribution in that game.
Yeah,
which
so we're gonna get to that in a second.
Might not have counted for him,
but you see it, and it's like.
Now let me play a little bit devil's advocate here. What is wrong with Cuevas? I hear a lot of people saying like he's susceptible on the counter. If you look at the Opta stats for this game, which I did briefly, it showed, and I don't know how this can be true. It showed that he had 0 tackles in the entire match
For the Kansas City game?
for the Kansas City game.
That seems very wrong.
I have to rewatch the footage,
Yeah.
but I do know people say, as far as a pure defender goes, he's out of position sometimes. He does get beat occasionally. He's not a tall. He's not going to help you on any set pieces.
No.
But man, is he good going forward?
Yes.
And for me, a little bit of what's been lacking this year is some work rate and heart on the field. And man, does he play?
That's work rate
hard.
and heart epitomized.
Yes.
And I will say, you do say he's susceptible on the counter. One of the problems I say with that is he was playing on the same side as Gabriel Peck. Gabriel Peck is not going to give you a whole lot of backtracking.
Not a whole lot.
If your system, Vanny's system is, yes, we want to get our outside backs to be flying wing backs and everything, but your midfielder isn't going to be coming back and being that cover, that is susceptible. So is that really his fault?
Do you think other teams on this point, because I see this, we're both season ticket holders, so we go to all the games. Do you think other teams target Peck's channel on the counter because he just doesn't get back in time?
I would say that.
I don't know. I haven't really taken a close look at it, but I mean, I would say that too.
Yeah.
It really puts the outside back on his side at a disadvantage.
Yes.
Plus, I would also say Peck likes to stay wide, and at least initially on most of the buildup. So as the outside back, you're pushing forward. You got to do that underlap thing, that you're pushing inside. You're becoming that like center mid. Then you end up being a forward while he pulls wide. And then he sometimes will bring that ball inside off his left foot, and then you're going outside. Yeah. So there's a lot of movement you have to do. But there are times, I think, in this game too, where Cuevas ended up at the forward position. Yes. Like he is ahead of Peck in the middle of the field when Peck has the ball. And if we lose possession in that shape, I don't know what you're supposed to do as an outside back. You're not going to get back in time.
You just got to.
And I don't think Peck is going to say, well, I'll become the outside back on this play because we're out of position. No. So I think that's true.
But it is funny that we're bringing up Gabriel Peck so much. If I were the Galaxy front office, this is another takeaway I had. We should fine Peck every time he passes up an opportunity on his right foot.
Fine him?
Yes.
Fine him money.
Fine him money.
Is he that left-footed?
There's plenty of times, not just this game, like this game, it just kept showing up. Plenty of times where, he is playing on the right, so he wants to cut in on his left. He's super left-footed. Everybody knows that.
He is.
And there are times where it's very easy to just put a right-footed cross just across the goal, and it never comes.
I think, actually, I saw a post conference with Greg Vanney not too long ago. And he said something that I 100% agree with, and that is he wants Peck to focus on that final action. Like he's doing some strange stuff on that final action.
Yes.
Hitting the ball too soft, trying to place it at times and like curling it right to the keeper, or not crossing when he should be crossing, or crossing when he shouldn't be crossing, not having a go when it seems like, man, he should have a go. And it seems like that final action's always, it's just been wrong this year.
And I would like to see how many of those were an opportunity with his right foot that he didn't take, because the Galaxy probably
possibly
could. Because if the Galaxy decide to fine him, right, front office says it's $100 every time you don't do it, we could probably have enough money to buy a good striker.
Well, that's not going to happen.
No,
you can't find the guy.
No. But it just goes to show how left-footed he is. And I will say,
I mean, to be fair, he's not the only one-footed player in the professional ranks.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's one playing in Miami right now wearing number 10 who is a very one-footed player.
And he does just fine.
Yeah, he's fine. But when Peck puts that on that left foot.
Well, but speaking, of someone like Messi, who's very one-footed, I don't know if he is necessarily. I don't watch a lot of Messi. I'm sure he has plenty of goals with his right foot. We might be calling him one-footed too strong. But I think it's different if you play in the middle of the park and you're one-footed, whereas Peck's on the right side most, like an inverted winger.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to cut in on you because he wants to use his left. And so, yeah, I mean, I guess if he can develop his right more or at least attempt it, it keeps people on their toes.
Yes.
But he's definitely looking to cut in and curl a shot with his left. That's like his go-to move. Okay. I agree with that.
Yeah. So,
and any final takeaway? You have one more?
You know what? We'll get into this later.
Okay.
But
I do have one thing. I don't know if you want to we're not going to show video. I don't know if we even have the legal rights to show video on here, but what goal was it? It was the second goal. Paintsel scores the second goal. Harbor Miller absolutely smokes the guy on a turn.
Yes.
Like just leaves him the dust. He's in on goal. He goes right to the end line, puts it back across. It takes a slight deflection and Paintsel finishes. And Harbor Miller is not credited with an assist because it touched an opposing player.
Yeah,
the intent was there. The ball is there. It was really cruel. I think Harbor Miller deserves an assist on that one.
A touch from an opposing player is one thing. If the opposing player had possession and then he was dispossessed, I see why you wouldn't give an assist, but that should be Harbor Miller's. I think I put him down. Yeah, I put Harbor Miller down for an assist.
He is not credited with an assist as on MLS's website.
Yeah.
The other thing is we scored a fourth minute goal, which is great. Usually we give up a fourth minute goal.
Yes.
To score one was great. However, if you go back and watch the fourth minute goal, it starts with a misplayed pass for Fagundes. He attempts to play Cerrillo at the top of the 18. He misplays him. It passes Cerrillo, falls to Cuevas, who then finds Paintsel, and we finish. And of course, we're all cheering.
Yeah.
But one of my takeaways too, and I don't know if this is a hot take or not, Fagundes seems to drop out of matches for me. I don't even know he's there sometimes. He's not having an impact like I want him to. There was a game, I think it was a game before this, where he gave up a goal because he got caught in possession. Now, it could have been team shape. It's probably not all his fault, but he got caught with the ball, coughed it up, boom, back of the net, goal. He misplays a pass here. He does get the assist, even though he misplayed this pass, which is cruel because Harbor Miller does not get the assist. Fagundes, who misplays a pass, gets an assist. So I don't know. Well, we're going to get to some of these players later, and then the red card. I told my son about 4 seconds before this happened. I don't know what number Suleymanov is. 93. He's in the 90s. Yeah. And he was just hitting people the whole, like you could just tell this guy, I don't know what happened, but maybe he's a sub and he's trying to make his stamp, but he was hitting everybody late, everybody cheap. And I told my son, he's gonna do something. He's gonna get a card, and then they gave a gift away or something. And I turned around and I turned back, and he's red carded. Yeah. And then I had to rewatch the replay. And when I rewatched replay, the Apple TV announcers, I don't know who they were kind of like, well, I don't think he should have got a red card. And I look at that replay, and I'm like, he makes zero attempt on the ball. Zero attempt on the ball. He just lowers his shoulder and comes through Garces like it's American football. He just bowls through him. And it was the most blatant, like excessive force, no attempt on the ball play I've seen in a long time. And then they're surprised he got a red card.
Yeah, I think there are some NFL referees who may have thrown a flag on that.
I don't understand.
If that was going to be too violent for the NFL, it's definitely too violent for the MLS. But there was that. It was very easy to say it was a red card. And again, I don't know who the announcers were because obviously we were there. But it's like,
I mean, I heard it back. I don't know who it was.
Again, if that's not a red card, like
that has to be a red card. Like I don't even understand.
No.
Okay, so then we win a game and we come into Wednesday and we play in Campeones Cup Final. Our second chance. We could have got a trophy in Leagues Cup.
Could have, yeah.
We took third. We We lost. Well, we got beat handily by Seattle in the semis.
Yeah.
So we have a chance to win a trophy, the Campeones Cup trophy, which we had to look up. It's just the champion of MLS against the champion of Liga MX.
Yeah. Now it's really interesting that this is played in October, because
it's strange.
As two of us who spend a lot of time watching like Premier League soccer, when we have, this is basically our version of the Charity Shield, the Community Shield.
Yeah.
But that's played at the beginning of the year. Now I know
it's a friendly not a friendly.
It's not a friendly.
I mean, they're going in pretty hard, but it is a preseason.
It doesn't game. It counts just for that game only.
Right.
But and I understand that the Liga MX schedule is slightly off of the MLS schedule, which it's off from the World Football schedule. But okay, why not play it in like,
I don't know. I
June
I don't
July?
know Liga MX's schedule. I think they are finishing, right? And then they're going to go on their winter break. And they don't start in fall when we start. So maybe this is the only time when both champion teams might be sharper because they're in the middle of their season, as opposed to playing it in, let's say, February, where Galaxy's just not sharp and Liga MX
just finished.
I don't know. It was a weird game for sure. But Galaxy went and did Galaxy things in this game.
Yes, they did.
And so we got the lead in the 36th minute to a Fagundes PK, which was a PK in my opinion.
Yeah.
Good take by Peck. And Fagundes takes a PK. He's taken 5 in his career, they said, or something at the professional level. And he ends up with it. He did okay. He hit it down the middle. He made it. That's all you asked for.
Yep.
Then we give a goal up in the 53rd minute.
That was a very Galaxy goal to give up, because it's like, hey, that guy's going to shoot the ball.
It's a second ball off of a set piece.
Yeah.
Where you've seen this with the Galaxy time and time again. And I don't want to point any fingers because I didn't really analyze the play that much, but a second ball off a set piece, 0 pressure for 5 seconds. It was one of those plays where you can see the guy just gets his head up and goes, oh, okay, no one's going to step. I'll have a go.
Yeah.
He has a go, 1-1. Okay. So then we come back and we score 2-1. Cuevas comes in the game. He serves that ball. He serves the ball so well. The defender clears it, but it falls right to Peck. It's a poor clearance. Peck does pretty good, though. Very calm, brings it down, slots it in.
He does what an attacker does.
We're up 2-1, 83rd minute.
Oh, definitely we should. I mean, 83rd minute up 2-1. This should be it, right?
But we are the Galaxy.
Oh,
so in the 88th minute, we give up another second set piece goal off a corner kick. Off the second ball on the corner kick. Almost the same play if you just condense it down from 35 yards on that first goal to like an 18-yard box plan. We head it. It gets cleared. It falls to their guy. He finishes. Again, if you look at the second, it's bad. And so there goes our win. We're the 8th minute. We're okay. I mean, we're tied, right?
Tied.
I mean, we still have a chance. No, we don't. In the 95th minute, off another set piece, quarter, they play short and they cross. And here's where maybe some of the Cuevas, not haters, but maybe he's not the best player. Cuevas and Winder just get beat to the ball. Get beat on the far post of the ball. The Toluca player just comes in. He does a good job. He comes in super hard. He wins it. Poor clearance. But that is 3 set piece goals against the Galaxy. And that has kind of been one of the themes this year. We give up a lot of set piece goals.
Yes, set piece goal. Like, forget about just the set piece goals. We gave up a goal in injury time. Again.
Was it Kansas City last time where we blew the lead in extra time?
Yep.
After,
so it's just, and we, we joke about it all the time, but it's like, they keep you there just long enough and then they find a way to break your heart at the end. Whether
did you see the team's reaction, Vanny's reaction to when we went up 2-1? You could just feel they were like, "This is it. We're gonna win a trophy. We're gonna do something." And what was it? In the span of 10 minutes, just done.
Yeah.
And just undone again, which I feel like I don't. Is it? I don't know what it is because again, I'd have to like look at every goal we've given up, which I haven't done. I don't know if it's we're just bad on set pieces because we don't have the height. We're bad on set pieces because we're not brave enough. We're not courageous enough. We're bad on set pieces. We don't find that second ball because we're lazy. Something.
It almost has to be a mentality thing, right? Like just like, hey, by any means necessary, I'm going to make sure that this ball does not cross our goal line. By any means necessary.
It feels like other teams do that to us often, and they did here. The Toluca forward who scored, Pereira.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he just comes through super bravely, full of heart, full of courage, and just boom.
Yeah,
and it seems like we're always surprised when someone, oh, he's playing hard. Whoa, like that guy wants to win.
Yeah, and again, and as the forward in that situation, like if you come in super hard and you get called for a foul, okay, but guess what? If you want to call me for a foul and in that time, okay, like now we'll go to extra, like fine, we'll go to extra time. But you got to actually, like you got to be,
I don't know what the answer is. We're going to talk about something. No. I don't even know. Again, you win 4-1 and there's not much to take away because you play pretty well. You finish your chances. You look pretty good against Kansas City. You come to this game and you do a lot of things right, and you're winning 2-1, and then you just everything just goes wrong. And I don't know, as a coach or as a front office or even as players, it's not something you can really point to say, hey, we got to pick it up here. We got to pick it up here. It's like everyone was in that set piece.
Exactly.
Everyone is culpable on that set piece.
Yeah.
And the other set piece as well. And the other set piece as well. It's not like these are mistakes that we can clean up. It's a bigger issue than just, hey, we have something that we got to clean up here.
Yes.
It's a much bigger issue.
Yeah. And you know what? It's really weird because, so again, Kansas City being the 15th place in the West, 14th place in the West, but whatever.
There's 15 teams, right?
15
so
or
14?
16. Yeah. But anyway, so one above the Galaxy, which is not good. Toluca right now is sitting first place in Liga MX. So you go to show it's like, you can play with these teams. You can play with teams that are at least on the table good, right? Gave up 5 goals against LAFC over the aggregate, but didn't lose a game because both games were draws. You look at some of the games that they played against higher level opponents, like, okay, they should beat you because of how bad we are. But then you also look at the bottom, you're like,
okay, so here's the issue with this. We've both coached. We're not professional coaches, but we have coached youth soccer at higher levels. And to me, this is an absolute symptom of just a bad team. When you just play we've all had teams like this that we've coached. And it's like, I don't understand. We're just playing to the competition. You could put a girls team out there and it's going to be 1-0 against my boys team. They just find a way to find that groove and sit in that groove. And if the other team raises the level, Galaxy's able to raise the level. And if the other team doesn't, it seems like Galaxy's just perfectly fine saying, oh, okay, we're going to hit the cruise control on this.
Yeah.
And you can't do that. That's where I'm saying that hunger, that desire is a little bit lacking, which is why I would keep Cuevas on the field the whole time, because he shows Harbor Miller too, another guy. They come in hungry. They are playing hard.
Yeah.
And I don't want to discount people like Peck or Fagundes' talent, but at the same time, we're missing a little bit of hunger, in my opinion. And I coached for many, many years, and you have coached for many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't know the solution to that issue when your team just cannot raise their level and stay at a level and compete at that level time and time again. We've all had teams that do that, and we've had the opposite. But how do you take a team that keeps doing that and force them to play at the standard game in, game out?
It's tough because we also watch teams and have coached teams that aren't the most talented, but we have 7 or 8 guys on the field who are just going to, work. The work rate is off the charts. And we look and we go, hey, we tied a team that we should have had no business, or we squeaked out a win. Where is that?
Work rate means a lot. It means a lot, definitely at the levels that we're used to. In the pros, maybe not as much because talent comes into a lot.
Yes, it does.
But if you get outworked, that being said, if you get outworked, even at the professional level, and they're playing just braver than you, and they're showing the courage to win those headers and they're getting in those tight spots and they're battling and you're not, you're going to have a tough season. That's what I think it is. Okay. We're going to move on. This segment, I'm going to call it lineup lockdown. So here's what I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
Choice between two players. You got to start one, you got to bench one. I want to know why.
Got it.
Cuevas or Yamane?
Cuevas.
Wow. That's really fast.
Again, I go back to my takeaway. I think overall Cuevas is the best player on the team, not named Ricky. But again,
I'm gonna circle back this again then. I don't think, well, clearly, Greg Vanney does not agree with you.
No, he does not.
I don't hear, pardon the bell in the background.
Yeah.
I do to some extent hear announcers really speaking about Cuevas in a really positive light as well when he's on the field. But again, I don't hear a lot of rumble besides from like fans I talk to that really like Cuevas. I don't know if a lot of people are on the Cuevas train. And why is that?
I really don't know. But like you said, a lot of fans say it. You could take someone who's not who's not as in-depth into soccer as we are. You take him to a game and you see, one guy play and then you see Cuevas, or you see Yamane play and you see Cuevas, and they look and they go, well, why hasn't he been playing the whole game? Or why did they sub him off?
I think the eye test is Cuevas 100%. Yes. I think a person who just shows up to the game is going to enjoy watching Cuevas play.
And like we said, over just the last 2 games, he's been on the field. Good things happen.
He has a ton of goal contributions.
Yes.
I mean, for the time he plays, he has a ton of goal contributions.
Yes.
Do you think part of it is we're paying Yamane a whole lot more money than we're paying Cuevas? And is there pressure from the organization on Greg Vanney to play the people we pay?
I can definitely see that as part of the thing of just, hey, this guy's making X amount of money, put him on the field, because then it seems like the investment's
I sure hope that's not happening.
I don't either. Now, you also could make a case that you could put both of them on the field and maybe take someone off the field, because Cuevas can play up and down one side.
What's interesting though, I agree with you, but in those moments where they needed another outside mid the last couple times, they went to Harbor Miller, not Cuevas, which, okay, I think Harbor Miller's been playing great, but I think that speaks to Greg Vanney again deciding I'm not going to play Cuevas at that outside mid spot, although he has in past seasons.
He has earlier this season.
He did earlier this season, but it seems like Harbor Miller has passed him up on that midfield spot. So I don't think you would see Yamane and Cuevas on the field. I think you would see Yamane and Harbor Miller, or Cuevas and Harbor Miller, which I'm okay with too. Yamane had a really good year last year.
Yes.
And I think he's had a really bad year this year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's just getting older, sophomore slump, more pressure because you don't have Ricky Pooge holding the ball and making the passes and spreading the other team. I don't know, but he definitely has. Okay, I agree with you. I would go Cuevas over Yamane right now. Next one, Nelson or Aude?
This one is not as clear cut.
I'm interested in what you're going to say. I think I know what you're going to say, and I think I'm going to disagree, but what are you going to say?
I will go with Nelson barely, because when Nelson's on the field, especially last year, this year, not, it's been a little bit shaky at times. But last year, I had people telling me, people we go to games with, just like, Nelson's not that good. Nelson's not that good. Soccer talent wise, Aude definitely is better than him.
100%.
100%. Yes. But Nelson, you put him in and you say, I need you to do this. And he'll go, okay. And he'll do that. He'll do that exact thing.
I think Nelson, last year again, wasn't a really good role player. He played his role perfectly.
And that's what you needed.
But I would, again, for whatever reason, It could just be we're a bad team this year and he's under more pressure. He also has not had a great year this year. What's interesting here is we have the opposite. Aude is making significantly more money than Nelson, and Aude's on the bench. So maybe that thing that Greg Venn is being pressured to play the people they're paying is not true.
Yeah, it's very weird that in certain situations it's one way, but in other situations it's not.
To me, I think that just speaks that's a Greg Vanny decision. Then he's not looking at the dollar signs. He's playing. He thinks Nelson is the better player for the team. Now, I want to say the better player because I think anybody would look at those two and be like, I think Aude is a better soccer player than Nelson.
Yes,
but that doesn't always fit. There's 11 guys on the field. Everyone has a role. And it could be Nelson's role fits Greg Vanny's system better, so he's playing Greg Nelson.
Yes.
Personally, I would go with Aude. He adds a lot like Cuevas, not so much just like Maisie's running forward, but his ability to break lines on the dribble, his passing ability are just so much better than the Nelson's that I would play him. I understand it leaves us a little bit more susceptible on the counter because Nelson's more of a stay-at-home left back.
Yes.
But man, I really like Aude. I really like watching Aude play.
Yeah. His first year, it was a little hard to watch because it was like he'd go up and he would just make some moves.
He had a lot of growing to do personal. He has done a lot of personal growth.
Yes,
he did not look good his first year.
No.
He looked tired all the time. He looked exhausted. He looked like he was being asked to do something that he wasn't capable of doing. He was, getting back late all the time.
Yeah. Or not getting back.
Or not getting back at all.
And also just making really weird decisions.
Yeah. He had a lot. But last year he played really well.
Yes.
Then he gets the injury. And then Nelson got his spot via injury.
Yeah.
Which, that happens to so many people in soccer. You don't get your chance till the guy in front of you gets injured. And then Nelson has kept that spot for over a year now. And Aude just can't find the field. Although he does usually sub in.
Yeah, he started last night.
Okay, yeah, he did start last night.
He started the Toluca game.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's a close one too, but I would definitely go.
It's not on there, but I have one for you.
Okay.
Okay. After the Kansas City game, right? Chris Rindolph, that the young kid.
Yeah.
Him or Maya Yoshida.
Oh wow. How old is Rindolph?
That I don't know.
All right, let's look that up real quick.
See how old Rindolph is.
Because we think of Rindolph as young because he's coming from Ventura. But how old is he? Wikipedia says
he was born in 2001.
He is 23. So he's young.
He'll turn 24 in a few days.
Oh, his birthday's coming up.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Rindolph.
Yeah.
Or Yoshida.
Yeah, him or Yoshida.
Okay. Are you asking me on the team, am I getting rid of someone or starting?
No. So if the Galaxy were stepping on tomorrow to play, would you rather have
Garces is in because Garces is a solid for me.
Yes.
So is it Garces Yoshida or Garces Rindolph?
Yes. What do you
at this point of the season or in general?
No, right now.
Rindolph.
Okay.
Rindolph.
Yeah. I would go that way too.
Days are unfortunately behind him.
Yes.
And again, great season last year. Although he did struggle early last year as well, and he got better. He ramped it up and got better because I was concerned last year about his speed and his ability to get back. But then he really picked it up again last year, winning a ton of headers, and he's really good in the air.
Yes.
I got to give him that. He is really, really good in the air.
And leadership ability because he's played in a lot of big games. I'm sure
he's well respected. I question sometimes his reaction to setbacks. Just body language.
Yeah.
I don't like his body language when we get scored on. But I'm being nitpicky here. I love Yoshida, but I just think his career is being sunset right now, and I would definitely start Rindolph just because he's younger.
Yeah.
Okay. And to see, what do we got? We got 3 games left, 4 games left?
Something like that, yeah.
We got is Rindolph a go or not a go? right? He needs to be battle tested a little bit more.
Yes.
Does he make this roster next year? Is he fighting for a starting spot or not? And we know where Yoshida's at. We know what Yoshida can do. We know he's getting old. We know he's very susceptible on that counter. What can Rindolph do?
Yeah.
Especially what can Rindolph do with Garces? We haven't really seen that pairing. Not because Vanny has decided not to do it, but Garces has injury issues all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we'll go as fast as we can on these. There's quite a few here. I'm going to call this asset or exit. So if you were in charge of the team, would you transfer a player, not renew a contract on a player? We're going to go from the highest paid player. I don't know if we're going to hit everybody, but our first one up, Ricky Pooge, we're not going to talk about.
No, because
where you keep Ricky Pooge.
Yes.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
If you don't. But Joseph Paintsel makes $3.134 million.
I think he's worth every penny for what the Galaxy are because, like we just said, if you don't have a number 9, you can play him. And yeah, I think
I am in agreement. I would definitely keep Joseph Paintsel.
Yes.
However, the eye test, I have quite a few people who tell me they do not like Joseph Paintsel because he does sometimes appear a little clumsy on the ball. Finishing is a little suspect at times, but you can't the guy works so hard. He comes back and plays defense. He is so fast. Spreads the defense is high and wide.
Yeah.
I think you keep him.
Yes.
Here's a big one because people are on either side of this fence here. Gabriel Peck has 3 more years on his contract. He makes $1.68 million this year. I don't know if his contract, some of these guys have incentives on their contract where it moves up every year. Do you keep Gabriel Peck for $1.68 million?
You keep him, but if the right price comes in, you sell him.
I think we bought him for 10. What's the right price?
You got to get your money back. You have to get at least 10.
I think I heard the Galaxy are wanting 20 for him. Do you think anyone would pay $20 million for Gabriel Peck?
After this year, no.
No.
If the Galaxy had set that price at 20 million and someone said we'll pay it for you from after last year, easily should.
Okay, so let's say someone comes in summer, 20 million for Gabriel Peck.
Sell him.
Okay.
Because that's a lot of.
It's a lot of money. What about 10 million? You make your money back on Peck.
No.
You keep him.
No.
He's young.
You keep him.
You hope you can raise his valuation, I guess.
I'm going to say all this. Not forget what it says on paper, money wise. Everybody's valuation goes up when number 10 gets back on the field.
100%. I think Peck knows that too.
Yeah.
One problem I do have with Peck, again, his body language is atrocious at times. Like it looks like he's just quitting at times. I know he's being competitive and I just think he lives and dies by too many moments on that field.
And the last thing we like you said, the last thing we can go over for Peck before we move on to the next one, he got not a retroactive, but he got a red card after the final whistle last night for dissent.
Did he?
Yes. And now it's really weird.
He has, I think, next to Cerrillo. Now, Cerrillo's yellow cards are coming from Cerrillo just coming through people.
Yeah.
Because Cerrillo's playing that defensive mid. I think Peck has the same amount or maybe even more yellow cards, tied for first on the Galaxy in a position where you're not putting a lot of tackles in.
No. So he's
all dissent.
Yeah. Yeah. But he got a red card after the final whistle in the Toluca game. But it's really crazy because he got a final whistle. It's not an MLS competition. It's not an open competition. He's suspended for a game.
For what game?
He's suspended for one MLS game. So he will not play the next MLS game because
didn't the MLS trio get out of MLS suspensions because it was a League Cup thing they did where they did all kinds of crazy things?
The Miami trio?
Miami, yeah.
Yeah.
The Miami trio got no MLS suspensions because the argument was, well, that's a League Cup competition.
Yeah. And now the Campeones Cup.
Wow.
Yeah. 1 game suspension.
I disagree with that.
Yeah.
Diego Fagundes contract expires in December. He made $1.25 million this year.
Hey, you shake his hand. You say thank you for the contributions in the last 2 years, especially the Champions year. The Champions year in 2024 and you say, thank you for that,
Right.
you're not going to renew.
I didn't do this. I was kind of planning on doing this, but I ran out of time. I would like to know who else makes $1.25 million in the league. And I got to believe Fagundes is near the bottom of that list in terms of total contributions to a team.
Yes. Yeah.
What if he says, I'll come back for 800. I'll take a $400,000 pay cut.
I think it's got to be like $500,000, like 500,000 for the whole year. And that is the most you put him on for.
I agree. There's no way he's going to take 500,000.
No.
Marco Royce has one more year, $880,000. You can't transfer him.
No, you cannot.
Unless Dortmund comes in and they want to sunset his career and they agree to take his pay enough to zero the contract out. That's a possibility. I think he might want to retire.
He might want to retire in the black and yellow.
It might. That's
Dortmund.
A possibility. I don't know if that's a real possibility, but that's the only way I could see him leaving to go to another team. So either you keep him for a year, you hope Dortmund comes in and they agree to something, or you got to buy his contract out.
Yeah, this has been a whole thing over his entire career. No matter where he's played, he's just been hurt at the wrong time.
Yeah, he's been even at the World Cup level. Like he was.
Well, the most significant one was he got hurt right before the 2014 World Cup. He leaves, they replace him, and then win it. So you feel so bad because he was having such a good year.
Oh man,
it was the year after. I'm pretty sure it was the year after Dortmund and Bayern played in the Champions League final.
Yeah, he's had a bad couple injury years.
Yeah.
And
just bad.
He's been
timing.
injured all the time for Galaxy. Yes. Although he did have a good run of games.
Yes.
But I think we're stuck with him. Or he's stuck with us. Depends on how you look at it.
Pick your poison.
Yamane has one more year left on his contract at $778,000 for a right back.
Keep him.
I would transfer him if I could.
Okay. I mean, realistically, a lot of these players can be transferred for the right price, but
I just don't think you're getting the contribution that you want from the guy who's he's 5th or 6th on this list.
Yeah.
Best paid on the Galaxy.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't dislike him. We are at the salary cap right now.
Yeah.
And if we want to do anything in the offseason, which I assume we do, we have to say no, or we have to move some of these players in order to make room for new players.
Yeah.
He's a tough one. This is going to be maybe the toughest one of the bunch. Zonka has one more year on his contract. He makes $600,000. Definitely keep him, right?
Now, I don't know. I don't know, because after seeing Rindolph play, and then you know what you're getting from Garces.
Oh man, I move Zonka so fast. If someone gave me a napkin, I would move Zonka. $600,000 is a lot of money.
Yeah.
You do get to, I think you could buy out 2 players' contracts per year.
Okay, so
if I was in charge of the Galaxy, and I was serious and I had money, I would. But I don't know if I'd buy out Royce, but I would 100% buy out Zonka's contract.
Yeah.
I don't think he adds anything.
Okay.
Sanabria, we have him for 4 more years on contract, $592,000.
I think you got to keep him. I think you got to see what more you can do.
I think going back to what we said with Aude, maybe it's an Aude situation. At times he looked okay. At times he looked a little bit lost, but it could just be he's a new player in a new league. He had some injury problems. I think he broke his collarbone like the 3rd game or something because he got taken out bad. I keep him.
Yeah.
Surreal, 1 more year, $525.
You have to find a way to keep him.
I think you need to re-sign him.
Yes.
You have to extend that contract.
Yes, absolutely. Because it's his responsibility, the number of responsibilities on him this year went up massively with the 3 people who are not playing for the Galaxy this year, in terms of Gaston Brugman, gone, Mark Delgado, gone.
Both pretty good defensive players in their own right.
Right. But again, they both partnered with him in a double pivot. But then the big one who wasn't playing is Ricky. And this year it's been a rotating door at that attacking mid spot, but you always look and you see Six in that lineup. You see him in that lineup and you go, you have to.
Surreal has done he's played center back.
Yes.
He's played the 6, he's played the 8. He's one of the few guys that has just an absolute bite in him who will just come through and a good tackle.
Yeah.
He has been asked to do a lot. And I talk about body language a lot. I love Cerrito's body language. He is always in the game. He's like a gamer, man. He is in it. You can just tell he's competing. He's a big competitor.
Yes.
You've got to extend it. Christian Ramirez, our forward that we received this year, contract is expiring, $525,000.
Number one, I forgot he was on the team.
You know what's weird? Christian Ramirez has like 5 goals for Galaxy.
Yes.
And then never sees the field again. What happened? I understand he wasn't playing amazingly well. He might be 3rd or 4th on team in goals after not playing the second half of the season. Why? What happened? He's on the bench. He's available, and he gets 0 time.
Yeah, I don't. When they signed him, I was really happy because you could see Peck down one side, Paintsel on the other.
Yeah,
and because he's a big.
I think the problem with that is they're both inverted, right? They're both cutting in and shooting, and poor Ramirez is kind of in the system he's in. It just couldn't find success. He's not getting balls in the box. He's asked to be kind of like a Joveljic, like a creator who's able to dribble and make his own space. And that's not him.
No, he needs balls fed to him. That's it.
Yes.
That's his bread and butter. And there have been a lot of people in history who've been criticized for being goal poachers, but when you look at him, it's like, it doesn't matter if he's a goal poacher. Yeah. He scores goals.
He does not fit Vanney's system, right? I mean, not
with these wingers.
He has to go, unfortunately, but I think he's going to land somewhere, and I think he'll do quite well.
Yes. He's going to do something.
I think I do find it weird that some of these players that we're going to talk about here, Chris Ramirez being one of them, in a season, in one of Galaxy's, if not, what's not done yet, in one of, if not the worst season in LA Galaxy history, a guy like Christian Ramirez doesn't get a run of games again to see if he can do something.
I feel like that's a little criminal.
I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Nascimento is, I think he's on loan. Is he on loan? Yeah. Either way, it's expiring. Yeah. So we have to do something. He's making $500,000.
For a $500,000 loan for what we have in terms of.
I think he's on loan, right? There's no way they would do a 1-year signing, would they?
No,
on a young player?
No. Yeah, if for $500,000, I think you just gotta let him go back to his parent club.
I love him, but he came to Galaxy where we already understood he had a ton of injury issues with his other team. He comes to the Galaxy. He's a young player, and he's just injured all the time.
Yeah,
and when he's on the field, he's good. But I think you have to move on because he can't stay on the field.
No.
Can't stay. It's like you paid Chicharito all that money when we had Chicharito, but if he's on the field, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And he couldn't get on the field.
No.
Maya Yoshida has one more year at 455.
You play it out, and
I think you got to keep him. But I hope when you look at this roster, you say we're keeping him as a leader and someone who could help our center backs grow
with the
but
experience.
He will not be one of the 2 center backs starting because if he starts at center back next year, we're going to have a very leaky defense again. I feel like.
Yes. No. So you let him play it out, and then after that, you thank him, or
he coaches. I don't know how much he loves it out here.
I don't know.
Okay, Garces, 3 more years, 430.
Yes.
Oh God, yes.
And yeah, you know what? I'm going to leave it at that, just because I don't want to.
It's just a yes.
I don't want to give away too many thoughts because, he might not be getting paid.
Yeah,
as much as he's worth.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the only thing again about Garces is he gets injured a lot. it seems like every game Garces goes down injured, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, no,
Yeah.
please get up.
But he
got drilled. He got the red card
Yeah.
against Kansas City. He got drilled last night on the ankle, and he collapsed in the Campeones Cup Final. And I'm thinking, oh, there it is. He did end up getting up and playing, but
yeah.
he gets injuries, but and well, yeah, it's just a yes.
Yes.
Aude, 2 more years, 350.
Yes.
Yes.
Keep him.
But what would the price be for if someone comes in with a bid for him that you would let him go their lowest price? Because I gotta think people are looking at Julian Aude thinking, well, we'll take him.
Let's see, making 350,000 a year.
Just for
6 to 8, anything in that range, you sell him.
I think you can get that for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I keep him, but I keep him and I play him.
Yes.
If I'm in charge.
Yes.
But if I'm not going to play him, then you try to get some money for him.
Yeah.
John Nelson is expiring this December. He is not. Sorry. His contract is expiring.
Yeah.
John Nelson is perfectly fine, and we wish him well. John Nelson's contract is expiring in December. $275,000. I imagine with the year he's had, his age, he's not going to get a pay raise, right? I don't think any team's going to come in and say like, hey, Nelson, we're going to pay you way more money than the Galaxy did.
Yeah.
So assuming he is willing to re-sign at a roughly the same, do you re-sign him?
Well, here, I'm going to do this. What the next one up is Miguel Berry. His contract is expiring. You let that expire. The extra 25 grand that Miguel Berry's for, 225, you give Nelson 25 grand to get him to 300, and you say, this is the last contract we're giving you for 2 years at an even 300, and you're going to be a role player. And I think he's perfectly okay with that.
How old is Nelson?
I don't know.
I think you re-sign him as a role player.
He was born in 98, so he's 30.
It says he's 27.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
You can do math. That's okay. Never do math on live video. That's what they say.
Whatever.
So he's 27.
Okay.
So a 2-year contract for Nelson, I agree with, under the understanding that you're not going to be the guy.
Your role doesn't change. And I think he's perfectly fine with that.
Miguel Berry's expiring, like you just said. His contract expiring, 225.
No,
me too. Zavaletta's contract is expiring, 194.
I'm okay to let that one go.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
You're Eric Zavaleta. You're on the LA Galaxy.
Yes.
Center backs are dropping like flies. It's your time. You're on the Galaxy. And they call Ventura and say, hey, can we have Rindolph? And then Rindolph gets tons of minutes. And Zavaleta still remains on the bench.
So
what?
I don't know if you just want to stay in this dumpster fire right now.
We're not going to get into the nepotism or whatever.
No.
What? That is insane to me. Why is the guy on the team if when you need it, you're down to your last center back, you make a phone call and you call up a center back
who's not him?
Who's not him?
Yeah, I think you make the decision for yourself.
I like Eric Zavaleta as a guy. He's a locker room guy. By all accounts, he's a leader in the locker room. Okay.
Yeah.
We can make you an assistant coach. I don't know what he knows, but you can't be on this team. If you're not willing to play a guy ever, then he shouldn't be on the team.
No.
Mitrovic, we have him for one more year, 175.
He'll be a good backup.
So you don't like him as the starting keeper?
I didn't like anybody as a starting keeper this year. Even the keeper that won the MLS Cup for us in McCarthy, and they both looked like
McCarthy.
They both have not looked good this year, but I think
Mitrovic is good. I think he's saved us plenty of times.
Yes.
Early on, he had some issues. He gave up a couple soft goals. He made a couple mistakes with his feet, especially. But I got to think for 175, man, and that's pretty cheap for a goalkeeper. I keep him and I start him.
Okay.
Here is a big one, and I definitely fear what the LA Galaxy is going to do. But Mauricio Cuevas' contract is expiring in December. He currently makes $150,000.
Jeez, holy cow!
Obviously, from our earlier discussion, we would both keep him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not my question. My question is, does the Galaxy keep Mauricio Cuevas, or does the Galaxy do the most bonehead thing they can and let the guy walk for free somewhere else?
It's so sad because I think they're gonna be the typical Galaxy front office and let him walk.
I think they're gonna let him walk.
But you got to find a way to keep him. Absolutely, like 1,000%.
I don't know why you would not re-sign him.
And
give him a pay raise. I mean, he's at 150.
Even if
Yamane is at, what is Yamane at? 778,000.
Yeah.
And Cuevas is at 150.
No, you offer him 5 years at, you could offer him 5 years at triple his contract right now, and it still might be underpaid.
Man, you keep Cuevas. Please, Galaxy, keep Cuevas.
Yes.
Do not let him walk.
No.
And if he does walk, I wish him the best, and I hope he tears it up wherever he goes.
Yes.
Elijah Winder, we have for 2 more years, 150. He started last night. He started last 2 games.
Yes. I like this guy.
Again, this is an automatic yes. It's 150.
Yeah.
And he's good.
Yeah.
He's given solid minutes. And this is another one of those. You got a young guy. He was, USL Young Player of the Year or newcomer or whatever they gave him. He comes in to the worst Galaxy team in its history and cannot get playing time. Why has Winder not been given a ton of time in a throwaway season to see if he could improve and become a starter when Ricky comes back?
I think we're going to talk about maybe the potential why a little bit later, but him and Cerrillo with a Ricky as the third in the central midfielder going forward, you could be looking at a trio that is
I agree, but we will not know because Winder has not received enough time on the field for me to make that.
Yes, but again, with 2 years left, Ricky is healthy again. They just didn't. Obviously, I wouldn't have played him either this year because you don't need to and risk something else happening. So starting in 2026, Winder, Cerrillo could be a very good.
I have so many questions about Winder because I don't know because I haven't seen him enough. He's tall. Is he good in the air? Because we suck in the air.
Yeah.
So if you're tall and you're good in the air, you're young, the team's terrible, and you still don't get on the field, it's a little bit of a head scratcher.
Yes.
But okay, we keep him. Isaiah Parente, his contract's expiring. He makes 104. League minimum is $80,000. He's basically making league minimum at 104. What do you do?
He's capable, and at that price, he's.
Yeah, I think you work it out, and again, he can give you minutes here or there, but he's.
Yeah.
Tucker Lepley, league minimum $80,000. His contract is expiring.
I wouldn't keep him.
No. He's never shown that he's able to compete at this level.
No.
Harbor Miller is making league minimum, obviously, at $80,000 because he was called up this year. He has 2 more years on his contract. What do you do with Harbor Miller?
Those 2 years he has on his contract is, I mean, it's just more of an audition.
But I feel like if I was in charge of the Galaxy, my worry would be if I keep Harbor Miller for 2 more years at $80,000, is he going to resent my treatment of him and his contributions? Should we renegotiate his contract, give him a pay raise, extend it out, and say, hey, you've done really well. We really like you. We're going to extend it and give you a raise.
Yes.
Because we want to respect.
That's the one, right? Well, if you're going to in our regime, we would let Tucker Lepley walk, and then we could say, hey, we have this extra $80,000. Let's give us some of it to Harbor Miller.
Well, here's the bad news to everything we just talked about. We didn't let a lot of people go,
No.
and we didn't free up a lot of money. So we're not going to have a lot of money to spend again unless some of these. So having said that, then do you look to move one of these bigger players? Do you look to do something with Marco Royce? Do you look for mutual termination of contract? Are you willing to pay him out? I mean, he's looked good. He's not bad. But man, $800,000 is a lot of money.
It is. And yeah, at least with one more year, if nobody comes calling, you maybe bite the bullet for one more year and then don't.
I guess the question is this, which I think we all know the answer to because Galaxy has played this way. How much of a difference does Ricky Puig make on the field with this current team?
With this current team, so many things change. And I think you see a playoff team, not a high playoff team. You may see the last playoff team in with Ricky in there. Because
I disagree.
Really? Okay.
Because I think Ricky Puig is the best player in MLS. And I think we are in first, second, or third with Ricky.
Okay.
I think he's that good.
Okay. So you just have him. You disagree with me because you think I'm lowballing it.
I think you're lowballing his contributions.
Okay.
I think his ability, and we have to hope that he comes back 100%, but his ability to break lines on the dribble, on the pass, I mean, it just on-balances the other team completely. There's nothing there is no answer to Ricky Puig unless you take like the Seattle approach to Ricky Puig, and well, not just the Seattle, almost every team's
you just try and
kick him.
Yeah.
And he still gets away from you.
And you know what's crazy is looking back at that list with a healthy Ricky and looking at so right now, at least before not the Ventura game, the Kansas City game. I have Ventura higher up on my notes, but it's in the same ballpark. Christian Ramirez had 5 goal contributions, 4 goals and an assist. With Ricky dribbling at your back line, and forcing center backs to, okay, do I step? Do I step? Do I stay?
It just unbalances the whole team.
Does Christian Ramirez have a shot at, at least 10 goals?
Yes.
So that
I think Christian Ramirez could have scored 10 goals without Ricky this year if he would have just kept the starting spot.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just lowballing.
I think you're lowballing it. I know most people I think agree with you. He wasn't even in the MVP conversation last year, which is absolutely insane. And it's not, for me, it's not just what Ricky brings to the team in terms of his skill and everything. We are sorely lacking his passion.
Yes.
His heart, his passion. He's not a great defender, but I have to feel like everyone just plays harder with Ricky on the field because he's so good and the crowd's more excited. He's pumping everybody up. He's always excited. His body language is just amazing. He's always in it. He's always screaming. He's always yelling.
How are you not in the MVP conversation? He had 28 goal contributions last year. 28 goal contributions. How are you not at least in the top 3? He
was unstoppable.
Yeah.
I understand. Well, maybe he didn't win it. I don't know who actually won it. Was it Evander or
I don't know.
Oh, it was Messi.
Oh.
Messi?
Was it?
He was the Golden Boot. I don't know who won it actually.
Yeah.
But he stacks up against those guys. It's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane. Okay. Our last segment here, real quick. Patch the pitch. Fix it for us. If you were in charge, you got to think money here a little bit. You can't go out and get anybody you want.
Right.
What 2 positions do you focus in on? Buying someone to patch the holes of the LA Galaxy.
They're deep positions. They're very, very defensive. One's a goalkeeper.
Okay, so you go out and you go out and go get a goalkeeper. What is your not problem, but what do you think Mitrovic is not giving the team?
Well, I think it's what neither him or McCarthy or any goalkeeper since Jonathan Bond, at least, is just that ability to, because the Jonathan Bond at the time at his height with the Galaxy, he probably could have saved the Titanic from sinking at times. But it's just one of those things where you just know that if it's getting by your center back, it's like, all right, well, this isn't going to go in.
That's interesting. I didn't rate Bond that high.
You know what?
Okay.
It was he played at a time where it wasn't great. It wasn't this bad, but also wasn't great.
No, he did not have a great team in front of him.
No. So it was one of those things though that you look and he's making these saves that you're like, well, shouldn't have made that one.
Okay. So goalkeeper and
Center back.
Okay.
Because we've already talked about how Yoshida's kind of, twilight of his career. Okay. So that brings you down to what, 5? Or we are, say we're at 5 center backs right now. You got to replace Yoshida.
Mm-hmm.
So, because that comes down to 4. If Garces is hurt, Zonka is in a bad run of form, who are you going to?
Okay. So I'm going to agree with you. My number 1, if I could spend 2 spots on my first choice, it would be center back.
Yes.
We have not had a dominant center back. Oh my gosh. I don't even know. Do we have to go back to like Omar Gonzalez for the last dominant center back we had?
Omar Gonzalez, Yella Van Dam.
Yella Van Dam, you could argue. Okay.
Yeah.
It was short-lived, but I would call him dominant. He had his issues a little bit too.
Yeah,
but he was a dominant center back. And when I say dominant center back, I don't just necessarily mean like, oh wow, they're just really good. But like Yella Van Dam's leadership, his ability to just get a tackle in, his courage, his energy, like, man, I would take that guy on a heartbeat.
Yes.
He might be the last one. But we really haven't had an amazing center back for a long time. And I think that is it was an issue last year, I feel. We were just beating teams 5-4.
Yeah. Yeah. It was last year at times, it was the N+1 approach.
Yeah.
But a lot of that came down to, and we go back to it so much, a lot of it goes back to number 10 was on the field. And it was just,
we were just outscoring teams.
Yes. And because look at last year, right? So this year, 13 goal contributions from Paintsill. A year ago, it was 20, right? This year, right? Marco Royce is at 14, which is pretty good because, for his first full year.
Yeah.
Peck's at 11 goal contributions where he was at 30 last year.
Yeah.
Right? Joveljic gave you 21 goal contributions. After the Kansas City game, he was at 20. So he's around the same thing, even though he's on a new team.
And a bad team. So he probably could have done this. He probably would have 20 for Galaxy.
Yes.
By that logic.
Yeah. But it just goes to show, is this team feast or famine when Ricky's not on the field? And I think that, right?
Yeah.
Feast when he is, famine when he's not. Like,
I think we got to go get a center back who's a leader, who's dominant. Garces needs a level-headed center back pairing because Garces is a little bit off the leash.
Yes.
You need another coach out there who's just dominant and willing to take the lead, control the back line. I do see quite a bit of bickering, I feel like, in the Galaxy this year. A little bit of finger pointing when things go wrong. And I think if you have a center back who's in charge, I think all that dies. Like, no. This is the problem, and this is what we're doing. This is how we're fixing it. So, yeah, I think center back for sure. And then with what we said earlier, I think you got to go get a forward. You don't have to go get some amazing forward, but you need the next Joveljic. You need the next young guy.
Yeah.
Or you need a Nascimento who's healthy or something. You need a player of that level that can consistently play, give you a ton of minutes, and is good enough to fill that spot.
Right.
Because he's going to be surrounded by Peck, Paintsill, and Pooch, and he just has to be. Does he have a foot, and can he kick it in? Is basically what he needs to do.
That really is.
But more than that, young with energy, I think it's big. I'm okay with goalkeeper.
Yeah. Okay. I watched watching last year and seeing him be champions, it just made me think, How much would have Zlatan liked to play with Ricky?
Man, I mean, yeah. Yeah. Well, that would never happen.
No,
you would have to spend so much. Miami would do it, but not Galaxy.
But forget the money. Just like if you could put two people who played for the Galaxy on
Could
the
you
field at the
imagine
same time.
Zlatan picking up Ricky after the assist? It would just be like a dad and his kid out there just playing. It would have been great to see.
I mean, considering Ricky probably only comes up to Zlatan's waist.
Exactly. Doing like a father and a kid out there. Oh, that would have been great.
Yeah.
All right. Any last comments, then?
No, all I can say is going forward, you know, we need to look at the bright spots and we got to make sure that, get some people time.
We got to get people time. We got to find out about Winder and Rindolph right now.
Yeah.
We got to keep playing them. You got to keep Cuevas out there and see, can he figure out the defensive side of things? You got to.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's episode 1. We hope you enjoyed it. If the 4 people who probably watched this, 2 of us being right here. And hopefully we'll continue on.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys in episode 2. Whoa, that came in hot.